James
Did
Durbin.
You get that music
We're going to talk about Maps to the Hollywood Stars Volume 1 with Alex Grossi, the 5-song EP. Do you want to give some background on how you met Alex and how this project came about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Alex and I had met a few years ago, shortly after my stint on Idol, and we knew each other through a mutual acquaintance. But that's pretty much all it was. It was just an in passing. Hi, James. Hi, Alex. And that was kind of it. And we never switched numbers or anything. So then fast forward to last fall, I was doing a Las Vegas residency show, and we just happened to be at the same place at the same time. Alex lives out in Las Vegas, outside the city, and we exchanged numbers right there. He ended up coming to the premiere show of the residency that I was involved in, and there was an after party. There was a live band there, and so I ended up getting up doing "Sweet Child of Mine" about halfway through the song. He ends up grabbing the guitar or trading places with Brent Muscat from Faster Pussycat.
Nice.
and ends up getting up there, and he's like, I want to play with Durbin. Let me play with Durbin. Move over, Brent. You're already in the show. And so we kicked the song's ass pretty much. And after that, then the residency show ended about a month later, and he started sending me some emails, and it's like, hey, do you want to write? Do you want to co-write? Do you want to collaborate? I've got these instrumentals. I've just sent them to you. You can load them up in your Logic on your iMac and MacBook, and so the rest was pretty much history. I put the songs in, listened to them, and was like, oh, I have either some pre-written lyrics that I've been trying to find something to fit for, or just wrote from scratch and sent them back to him pretty quickly, and so that pretty much just got the ball rolling. And from its inception, the email started running beginning of October until just a couple weeks ago when we put the Volume 1 out. It's pretty sweet. Volume 2, all the songs are written on it already. We just haven't fully recorded them. But yeah, to have about 10 songs written, solid, ready to go for an album, no BS from a label, no nothing, just self-funded and independent attitude, and just go for it. It's pretty sweet.
Awesome. So the Volume 1 is a 5-song EP. Dizzy Reed appears on it. You did a TV spot on Fox 5 in Vegas, and then you did a release party at VAMP'D.
Yeah.
For the event. And so who from VAMP'D is involved with the album? I know it was recorded at Desert Moon Productions in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's the Desert Moon Productions. The studio is owned by Count Danny Coker, who has the show Counting Cars on the History Channel. So he's got his Count's Customs custom car shop out there, and attached to it is a recording studio. Not a lot of people know that. And Danny's in a band. He sings for his Count 77, and then in turn owns the Count's VAMP'D rock bar, basically, in Vegas. So yeah, we kind of thought it would be the perfect place to unroll it. So we just had some friends and family come out, and a couple reviewers. So far, the EP is getting great reviews worldwide, which is really, really awesome. It's a great feeling. I know a lot of Alex's fans are enjoying it. I know my fans are enjoying it. So that's what all you can really hope for with a collaboration, is that your efforts are worth it. We did it not kind of having anything in mind as to what we were expecting to get out of it. Just we wrote good songs, and might as well let people hear them. So it's cool.
Sure, that's awesome. So you're totally open to doing jam nights and stuff. You played at the Ultimate Jam. You've hopped up on stage with Steel Panther and played songs with them. How important is jamming to you, and what's your take on it?
I think it's great. Anytime you can connect with any musicians that you don't know, of course, going to an open jam or an Ultimate Jam or a Steel Panther show, you know who Steel Panther is. You're going there knowing what's going on. But I think it's great to do things unrehearsed and do things spur of the moment. And my wife and I, we just went saw a phenomenal concert last night of a group called the Wood Brothers. And there was so much jamming and improvisation on stage, and it's such a treat to witness that, but it's also a great treat to experience it too while you're actually physically up there, because I think it's that one moment other than writing where you're already up there, you know, people are already in the crowd, so you don't have to worry about getting people there. You're already there, you're already in the moment. If everyone's connected, which the chances are, if you're up on that stage and there's a crowd full of people, you're pretty well educated and well versed and seasoned musician. And there's a language that musicians speak that's unwritten. It's not necessarily even verbal. It's just kind of a look. You know, the drummer can start doing something and everybody else can respond. It's kind of how jazz musicians play in kind of a free form where everyone's playing something different and no one is knowledgeable of what the other person's about to play or what's going to come out, but yet you follow each other. There's like crazy jam bands like Humphreys McGee and stuff that they'll just go on some tangent, or like Grateful Dead, especially now with John Mayer. It's like there's these nuances that when you're a musician and you see those things and you hear those things, you're like, oh my God. And not everybody understands it. So it's really important. You should just always try to push yourself. And, if you're getting comfortable, then you're doing something wrong, basically.
Very good. That's cool. And so you're a guitar player, too, and you're endorsed by Paul Reed Smith, aren't you?
Yes. Recently, thanks to Alex Grossi for that hookup. So I'm very, very happy and very proud to be playing PRS. And it's pretty sweet. You know, just because you're on a TV show or something doesn't mean you automatically get endorsement. I mean, they give you free stuff, but it's not like an official endorsement. So it's cool to be able to associate myself with a great company like PRS that just makes phenomenal instruments, and they're starting to make amps, and it's going to be cool to see where that journey takes me.
Excellent. So you just joined Quiet Riot, too.
Yeah, it's been a busy month.
Yeah, what have you been up to this week? I'm sure you're doing press and rehearsals, and what's going on?
I just flew into L.A. Actually, right now I'm at bassist Chuck Wright's house. We go off to do our first full band photo shoot in about 45 minutes, followed by our first rehearsal, my first rehearsal. Fortunately for me, Frankie Benali, Chuck Wright, and Alex Grossi have been playing together as that unit for, I know Alex has been in the group for 14 years. Chuck's been in it on and off since the beginning, as well as Frankie. So that's pretty cool. You know, it's great to have that seasoned structure underneath me, because I have a lot of questions coming into it as far as just timing and nuances and different things like that are appreciated. I know that those kinds of questions are appreciated when asked, because it's coming from a place of wanting to do it right, wanting to do it justice. You know, I'm coming into a company that works a certain way, and so I'm not going to come in and try and change a bunch of things. But I am my own artist as well, so I get those. I'm able to get my outlets in other ways. So I'm very, very excited to be doing this, and it's very cool to have Kevin DeBro's brother Terry give the thumbs up and starting to see what's going on with all that, and it's very, very, very exciting. I just can't wait to finally hit the stage with Quiet Riot on March 18th, live from Wichita, Kansas, at the Cotillion. All ages show. It's going to be amazing, not just personally, but I feel like it's going to be great for everybody involved as well. It's a beautiful venue, historic. It's been there since, not super historic, but it's been there since the 60s, and it looks like the venue looks like it was built in the 60s and then never touched, and it's beautiful that way. So I'm really excited that it's not just a club date. It's like a really nice looking venue. The vibe and the energy. On the outside, it looks like a flea market, but on the inside, it looks pretty beautiful.
Neat.
Yeah.
So are you still figuring out how you're going to approach the gig? I mean, as far as actually performing and stuff, or you already have that all set in your mind?
I've been playing it out in my head since last year when the initial talks first started happening. I mean, around the time that I had signed on for the residency show, I was in talks with the QR camp to join, and unfortunately I had literally just signed on to do the Vegas thing, and so at the time it was confusing, but of course life has and especially the music business has a funny way of working itself out. So it's I knew at that moment when that whole thing kind of happened, I said a prayer, I just kind of put it out there to the universe, and if it was going to manifest and going to happen, then it will figure itself out. You just got to keep moving forward and keep kicking ass in all avenues and all venues and everything. Just to you got to keep moving forward, because if I would have just kind of stood there and been confused, then none of this would have happened.
Have you seen the Quiet Riot documentary? Now You're Here, There's No Way Back.
I have. I've seen it twice. It's a great movie. Many parts of it seem scripted, but they're all real. And what people don't get is that it's not just this band that happens to. It happens in every band, every single band. There's all that turmoil. There's all that, mishaps and everything that happens. Pick any band and make them make a documentary about themselves, and you will see so many things come out. And it's pretty cool that Quiet Riot was kind of that first one to do it in that way. It's pretty beautiful.
What are your favorite tunes? What are you looking forward to playing the most?
I'm looking forward to singing Thunderbird. I love Thunderbird. I love the story behind it. And I love that we get to dedicate it to not only Randy Rhoads, for whom the song was written about when he was alive. Actually, it wasn't written after he passed away. It was written when he left Quiet Riot to go play for Ozzy. And then a few years later, unfortunately, he passed, and that's when the song was actually put out. And then we also dedicate it to Kevin. So it's a really beautiful arranged song, and I can't wait to really, really, really sing it, take the crowd to church every night. That's going to be fun. On the other spectrum, Condition Critical, this real, when the levee breaks, big Zeppelin vibe to it. And Put Up or Shut Up has kind of a Humble Pie aspect to it. So there's a lot of it. There's a lot of good, great gems. As I've said before, in the Quiet Riot catalog. But I'm also on the same side. I'm looking forward to writing with Frankie and Chuck and Alex. I already know what I can write with Alex and what we're capable of, not just on a Hollywood Scars kind of songwriting spectrum, but just kind of all across the board. I've written soft, I've written heavy, I've written ballads. I've written anthems. I just really enjoy songwriting lately, so it's going to be really fun to do that whenever that time comes. And if it does come, I can guarantee you it will be the best Quiet Riot album featuring James Durbin on vocals.
Yes.
I can't say for anything else. It won't be the best Quiet Riot album, period. It will be the best Quiet Riot album featuring me on vocals.
That's funny. So
you won't find a better one.
Yeah. You're going to be doing a lot of flyaway gigs with them over the next couple of months. And at some point you open for Cheap Trick?
Yes, opening for Cheap Trick toward the end of this month, actually, in Toledo, Ohio, at the I think it's the John F. Savage Arena in Toledo. And I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing show. If you're in the Ohio area, definitely come out. If you're in Akron, get out of Akron. Come over to Toledo. You're in Canton, come on down or up or sideways. I don't know which way. I'm not looking at a map here. I'm not Magellan. But it's going to be an awesome, awesome show. It's us. It's Warrant. It's I can't remember the entire lineup. Tom Kiefer from Cinderella, Lou Graham from Foreigner, Cheap Trick headlining. It's going to be on fire. I cannot wait. I'm actually really pumped. I found out that we have a longer set time than I had originally thought. So I'm looking forward to talking with the guys and seeing which songs we're going to pop in for there and really capitalize on that and really show Ohio. I mean, Ohio is a rock and roll state. Rock and roll is alive in Ohio, guarantee you. And it's going to be a phenomenal show. First arena show of the year. That's pretty exciting.
Wow. Still a lot to look forward to. And you have the Rainbow Party coming up where you're going to headline at the Rainbow Bar and Grill in Hollywood. The yearly Rainbow, is it a birthday party? I think it's a birthday party, the Rainbow.
Yeah, it's a birthday celebration. This year's the 45th anniversary. That's going on Sunday, April 23rd. And it's a free event, so guarantee it's going to be pretty exciting and pandemonium out there. I don't know many of the other details, but that we are headlining. And, that's going to be fun. I mean, wow. Holy crap, that's going to be phenomenal. My last solo album
you have a lot to look forward to.
Inspired by the whole Sunset Strip and everything. But it's interesting how these things kind of work together in different ways without knowing. My most recent solo album was called Riot on Sunset. And on April 23rd, there definitely will be Quiet Riot on Sunset at the Rainbow. So it's pretty awesome.
It all falls in together, doesn't it?
It definitely does. It's that whole universal, I don't know if it's God, if it's faith, if it's the universe or whatever it is, but things will find a way of making themselves happen if you truly believe that it's what's best.
Do you read Blabbermouth comments, and what do you think about them?
I'm aware of Blabbermouth comments. I don't really know what kind of creature that is on the other end of the interweb there that gets a jolly from thinking that they're being funny or crushing people's dreams or hopes or anything. But I think it's pretty ironic that somebody spends all their time either on their phone, on their computer, wherever it is. You know, I assume many of these people have jobs they're extremely unhappy with. It doesn't mean they're living in their mom's basement or whatever, but you know, chances are they're pretty unhappy with the course of their life. You know, I've definitely seen some altercations. I usually try and stay out of it and keep my life as positive and reaching for higher heights, not feeding off of the bottom. But, if I had to give them a description or anything, it would probably be a bottom-feeding crotch goblin would probably fit the description. They eat the dingleberries from the bottom. They're just the supreme scum, and what else can I say? Let's see. There's a great thing. It was I think that Chris Jericho used to say it about Stephanie McMahon in the early what would we call that? The Attitude Era of WWF at the time. It was dirty, rotten, lousy, bottom-feeding trash bag hoe. That, you know, the list can go on and on and on. But honestly, I just think it's pathetic, and it's just a glorified gossip site for men. There's a couple women on there, but I wouldn't classify them as women either. So, you know, I can throw and throw down with the best of them when it comes to this. So they can keep talking, but you know what they're doing? They're still talking. So it's when they stop talking that you got to worry about it. Whether they're talking good or bad, my name's still coming up in their conversation, and it just means that talking about me, whether they're talking shit about it or they're talking good things about it, it's more important to them than whatever else is going on in their lives. So, hey, more power to them.
Too funny. That's cool. Are you going to go to Ultimate Jam tomorrow night with Chuck and Alex?
No, I'm actually flying home tomorrow. My wife is got a thing, so I got to get back home. But we've got Quiet Riot rehearsal this afternoon and tomorrow evening, and so we're going to be kind of bookending it on that. And we're going to keep the big reveal and until March 18th at the Cotillion in Wichita, Kansas. Very
cool. So where can we find you on the web? What are the best places to look?
Well, not Blabbermouth or Metal Sludge or whatever vile places there are. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Durbin Rock, Durbin, not A-N-I-N, R-O-C-K, and Facebook.com/Durbin Rock. JamesDurbinOfficial.com. It's where I've got my physical albums and merch and all that fun stuff up on my website. James Durbin on iTunes and probably not Spotify. Hollywood Scars Official at YouTube. Come check out the Till Death lyric video that we've got up there that Yahoo was very kind enough to debut for us up on their front page. And be sure to go to quietriot.band for all QR news, where we're going to be on tour. We're adding tour dates every single day. These guys work their asses off, and I am so damn proud to be a part of this band and what it stands for. And wherever you are, we're going to make you feel the noise and bang your head and party all night.
Very cool.